Looking. I'm Tyrone. And fuck this Martin looking. Fuck all that goddamn cancer shit.
Fuck the camera on my face, man. What's up with you? You cool?
Fuck all that goddamn smoke. Fuck is you doing, huh?
What's up
Save your fucking life, man.
You ain't trying to save my fucking
Fuck
life,
all that
nigga.
goddamn cancer shit. I'm Tyrone. Fuck all that nasty ass cancer shit. Fuck. Goddamn hands on me, man. I just saved your fucking life. What's up?
Bro,
You
save your life,
stupid.
Fuck
bro.
all that, man. Touch my goddamn camera, man. I'm Tyrone. And fuck this Flavor Flav looking mother. Fuck all that smoking shit. Goddamn hands down, man.
You stupid.
Fuck all that cancer shit.
Bruh.
I'm Tyrone. And fuck this T.I. looking motherfucker. I'm here to fuck your wife. Dick style. The fuck smoke is bad.
Oh,
I'm Tyrone. And fuck this Wayne here looking motherfucker. Excuse me. Fuck all that smoking shit. You got this goddamn kid smoking that shit.
you stupid.
Fuck.
Oh no, I can call a girl and make.
Oh, you never get married?
Hell no, I can call a girl and make a phone ring, but I can never propose to a girl and give her a wedding ring. A phone ring is the only type of ring I can give a girl, and that's facts. I swear to God, facts. Ain't that you know this bullshit?
This guy's a simp, gang. Like, he's a simp. There's no other way to explain it. He's a fucking simp.
Bro paid $100,000 for this bullshit. Can you believe it? He could have bought a Hellcat. Like, I think about it. He could have bought a Hellcat. This guy is an idiot. It's facts, I'm telling you, it's facts. Look at him, walking on the path to divorce court. That disgusts me.
Why are you being so negative?
Bro, over 60% of people who get married get divorced. Why are you being so positive? Huh? He's getting scammed, gang. Like, wake up. He's getting scammed.
Sure.
Like, what? He's swiping his cord. Think about it. He had to drop to his knees and submit to his wife when he was getting married. He got down on his knees and bowed down like he was praying to God. That don't sound crazy to you? This is foolishness, fam. I will not participate. I swear to God I won't. Tell me this. What benefit does a man get from marriage? No. Tell me. What benefit does a man get from marriage?
Relax.
You know why you're not telling me? Because the man doesn't get benefits. He doesn't. He doesn't. Listen, you're not thinking, fam. He doesn't. Look at him back there. Some shit I'd never do. He's simping, I'm pimping. He crying over his girl. I'll make my girl cry. I swear to God, it's a difference. I'll never do that shit. I made a bet with bro for $10,000 that he's gonna regret this. When he loses, he's gonna have to pay me, pay the divorce lawyer, and pay her. Because he's taking half. Triple whammy. Triple whammy. What the fuck is he dancing for? Our man just signed half his life away. Do you not understand what's going on right now? He's about to lose everything. It isn't a time for dance moves, gang. It's not. Hello?
Where you at, baby?
I just left the wedding.
Ooh, when we getting married?
How many times I gotta tell you I'm married to the money? Like, stop asking me that shit. On God, it's not funny. Like, stop. Like, stop. Up on your ass. She's not. Oh, that bitch pissed me off, bro.
What's up, family? How's everybody doing today? Blessed, highly favored, and loved, right? What's the goal for the day, y'all? What's the goal every day? Man. Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, bro, no
Yeah,
problem.
that's it. Get somebody to smile. Make sure you smile, y'all. Big facts. I just wanted to get on here real quick and talk about fasting and how important it is to fast. So many people don't understand fasting to overstand. It's more spiritual than what people think. And there's a lot of different ways that you can fast. You know, if you giving into certain things, you can fast from that. It doesn't necessarily have to be food. But the biggest key that most people would love to do is fast from food. Understand this. The BS that we already eat is bad for us. Think about this. It's already bad. So to fast would be not to be eating that BS to the point where you just eat less. Some people go in hard with the fast, and that's where they fall short. Again, y'all, it's no different than a crackhead getting off crack.
But that's all right. Can I get cash for this? I got some errands to run, and I don't think I'm gonna make the bank. It's my money, bitch! I earned it! Give me my speakers back. Thank you, kids. Goodbye.
We are literally taking crack every day, feeding our body this BS. So if you get off it real quick, you're gonna have withdrawal. Just like a crackhead. They crack. They fight within themselves. That's what you gotta do. It's called being weak-minded when you give in to your flesh. Because it's all here. You gotta get strong-minded. With that being said, you already working on self. And the body heals itself, but we not at this understanding because we was taught otherwise. We was taught that, if you got cancer, oh, you're about to, be dead. You sick, you got to go do chemo. That was all lies.
Taking this stuff into consideration before you listen to the dogma. How is giving me a weapon of mass destruction that depletes my cells of oxygen, which I need more oxygen to get rid of hypoxia? Because when you look at cancer, cancer is nothing but a tumor that grows because of mitochondrial injury. The mitochondrial injury is that the mitochondria is not receiving oxygen, and oxygen cannot turn into carbon dioxide, which break down into water, which give me ATP, or what you will call adenosine triphosphate, but my cells can have energy. So I have an energy deficiency issue because my cells lack oxygen. So instead of showing me how to bring more oxygen into my cells, I'm going to give you chemotherapy, which deprive the cell of more oxygen. Do that make sense to anybody?
Yes, I believe I know what you are saying.
Do it make sense to anybody? So we see that you have an energy deficiency issue automatically. So write that down in y'all books. Cancer is a energy deficiency issue. Write it down. Type in some 9s when you get that done. Cancer is an energy deficiency issue. After you write that down and you type in your 9s, then I need you to write down cancer is mitochondria dysfunction. Cancer is mitochondria failure. If you learn these two things and you study up on these two things, you can beat cancer. This energy cannot produce oxygen. Oxygen cannot produce CO2. Your CO2 cannot produce what you will call water. This water is H3O2, by the way. And that's how you get energy, called adenosine triphosphate. This creates something called mitochondria failure. So instead of making you produce more mitochondria, instead of giving you more energy, I'm going to give you weapons of mass destruction that burns the cells, that burns the tissues like radiation. I'm going to give you weapons of mass destruction that makes the body more acidic, that kills the cells and that deprive the cells of oxygen. I'm going to give you chemotherapy. If none of these work, I'm just going to hack off the whole damn breast. And then you notice when people go into remission with breast cancer, it always come back and it goes in the lungs. Y'all notice that when it comes back, it's always in the lungs because you never got rid of the root issue. And the root issue was the energy deficiency. And I'm here to tell you, sister, it's not because you deprived all the way in oxygen. Something is even stopping your oxygen flow. And I bet you 9 times out of 10 is emotional. Energy in motion. We have to deal with our emotions. You are holding on to something. There is no cancer diagnosis or no client that ever came to my clinic in my diagnosis or no client that ever came to my clinic in my facility that wasn't going through something, whether they was holding a grudge, whether they was touched on, they was younger, they didn't talk about it. So they holding all these things in. You hold this stuff in energetically and it causes blockages energetically. You start blocking up your metabolic pathways. You start blocking up your meridian pathways. This stagnates the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system becomes stagnated. Energy cannot flow. You see that? Acetylcholinesterase cannot flow. And then you get the stagnation. The stagnation builds up of accumulation. This accumulation then causes disformation of the cells, and then these cells try to save the body and you get tissue from it. I know it sounds spiritual, but we can break it down chemically too. Whenever you are fearing and you're scared of something and your body is in a state of fight or flight, guess what this is called? Adrenaline or adrenochrome. Adrenaline is not supposed to be in the bloodstream all the time. It's only supposed to be in the bloodstream between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. Then it's supposed to titer itself down and serotonin goes down, and then, serotonin kicks itself up, getting ready for melatonin. So as long as you got adrenaline inside of your bloodstream, your cortisol level is going to be high. Do you know high cortisol levels 24/7 causes insulin resistance? This causes diabetes. This causes your blood sugar to be high. It also constricts the actual vasodilation, and it makes your blood vessels go real tight before it can push blood to your extremities for you can run and stay in a state of fight or flight. This causes stress on the kidneys and on the adrenals. Do you know without the kidneys and the adrenals, you cannot lymphatically drain yourself, because your main metabolic drainage point of lymphatic fluid is the kidneys and the adrenals by way of your urinary tract. So just by fearing and just by stressing, you stop lymphatic flow. Just by fearing and just by stressing and high cortisol levels and high adrenaline levels, you stop blood from circulating properly. Well, guess how you get oxygen to those areas? By way of the bloodstream, by way of blood capillaries. So if your blood capillaries is flattened and they flatlining and they can't dilate to get blood through because you're in a state of fight or flight and blood just need to be in the fingertips and in the feet for you can run or you can fight, then the rest of the body gets what? It gets neglected because you stressing and because you fearing. Same way on the opposite side if you happy. When you happy, you produce dopamine, you produce serotonin. This relaxes the blood vessels. This slow down the heart rate. This bring a lot of blood towards the gut. It aids in digestion. You actually, when you laugh, you actually get to actually massage the gut and massage all of these different areas that's in the gut. You turn on something called lacteals. Lacteals is one of the main passageway of the lymphatic system in the gut abdominal area, just by being happy. So this shows you that emotions play a biological and physiological role on your body, good or bad, depending on the energy and motion or the emotion that you in. So when you happy, you bring on health. When you sad and you holding on to grudges and you holding on to bad memories and you holding on to things, this brings stress levels up. It put cortisol inside the blood. It put adrenaline inside the blood. It put all of this bad chemistry inside the blood, which biologically affects your organs and affects your cells and affects your body. So yes, your energy can block physical energy, which then blocks what you will call the physical vessels, the blood vessels and the lymphatic vessels, which give you this illusion that we call disease, because your body is now going to force itself into a detoxification mode. This detoxification mode, you have been tricked into believing is the actual symptomologies of diseases and pathology, and it's not at all.
Go see the doctor so they can sit there and put a curse on you to make you think and feel like you are sick. And they're going to have you go through these things to make your body even worse, when your body is doing nothing but trying to heal itself. There's so many people that talk about, you know, how they are connected spiritually and they right with the Most High, but you look at their body and it tells you otherwise. How is that possible? I fall short of this because the people I talk to been telling me they're going to fast, and we're still in the same boat. They still haven't done it yet, but they working on themselves. How? You still ain't do the basic. That's where it starts. And the fact that you can't, I try to get people to understand this. This is how the devil works. That's within you. This is how your emotions take control of you. And then you start to get agitated when you start to hear the truth. What do you think that is? The devil don't like to look in the mirror. And if it has you possessed, it's going to try to keep you possessed as long as possible. You have to realize this. It's within you. An example of how Satan works.
Oh God, he's coming back. Get out of here, Lisa.
Jesse, fight him.
I can't.
Fight it, Jesse. You created him. You can destroy him.
Lisa, open this door.
He is living off of your fear. Jesse, fight him.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Fight him. You are not afraid of him. He doesn't even exist.
No.
Jesse.
He can't fight me. I'm there.
He's sitting over there. He took control. I was watching part 2, Nightmare on Elm Street. And he took control over Homeboy's body. Homeboy was like, I cannot control him. And the little girlfriend was like, you got to. It's within you. You gotta be him. Y'all, we have to understand this. It's in movies. That he travels through by touch, by sight, by hearing, anything that can sense emotions. He will seek through.
I am not afraid of you. He's in there, and I want him back. I'm gonna take him away from you. And you're gonna go straight back to hell, you son of a bitch.
No, Jesse's dead.
Come back to me, Jesse. I love you. Come back to me.
He's dead.
He can't hold you, Jesse. He's losing his grip. You can get out.
He'll die with me. He'll die with both of us.
In order to beat Freddy that movie, she talked to him and had to get Homeboy within himself to beat what was within him. And this is the inner voice that's within you. Logic over emotions. Do not let emotions win. This will happen every time. Wake up, y'all. You gotta get strong-minded and stop giving into your goddamn emotions. That's all it is. Emotions can play its part in so many different ways, and people do not understand this when they talk to me. And it just irks my nerves. It's sad because I pay attention. I see all these signs. And when I try to talk and speak, they don't want to hear it. They say they hear it, but there's no action behind it. Again, actions speak louder than words. That's another way to test people's spirits. Stop telling me you're going to do these things when I don't see no progress. I don't even see you pushing forward, which means the devil got you. I keep saying this. To live is God's way. If you stagnate and you go backwards, live around, it turns into evil. That's enough said. There's no argument about it. I know what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with a damn demon. You still don't see it. Got to fast, y'all. There was a man I put in my video. It was kind of long, but again, you have to watch the video to see it. But he gave his testimony about him fasting for 40 days.
I fasted 40 days and my wife changed. And no, I wasn't fasting for her to change. Yes, I was also fasting for my marriage too, not necessarily for her or for me, but because we were having conflict that was continuous. And so God put me on a fast, and originally the fast was supposed to be from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was a 3-day fast. When I got to Sunday, which I thought was the last day of the fast, God said, you're going to fast until next Sunday. And so the 3-day fast turned into a 7-day fast. When I get to the following Sunday, God said, you're going to go until next month on the 15th. And now I'm thinking like, Lord, like, come on now, like, what are you doing? But at the end of the day, I made peace with it, because if God was calling me to this fast, then I had to change my focus on what I would gain more than what I would lose. And so during this 40 days, I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I would pray for hours. I would go to work, I would get off work, I would go back into prayer for hours. I spent a lot of time in the Word, I spent a lot of time in prayer, I spent a lot of time just seeking God and just surrendering myself to God. And during this time, there were moments where my wife was throwing a fit. She felt like she was being neglected. She felt like certain ways I wasn't showing up for her. And it really was frustrating me, because I want to be there for my wife how she wants me to be. But I also want to be obedient and submit to this fast how God is calling me to submit. And so I remember praying. I remember crying out to God one night. I'm like, Lord, all I want to do is what you told me to do. And God said to me, just like Nehemiah told Sanballat, Geshem, and Tobiah, God said, why must the work cease that you come down to her. He said, you keep doing what I told you to do, and I'll deal with her. I still loved on her. I still showed her attention. I still showed her affection, but I was busy still. I still had to work, and I still had to do my daily functions. But when I wasn't working and doing some of the things that I needed to do so our house could operate like it's supposed to, during this 40 days, I would say 85% of my time was either spent in the word, spent in worship, or spent in prayer. I was like Jacob. I was going to wrestle with God until he spoke to me, until he gave me clarity, until he did something that changed something that was happening in my life. I would say probably about 3 days after the fast, my wife came to me and she apologized. She apologized for some things that had went on during the fast, some things that had went on in the last 6 months, some things that had went on in the last year, or even since we was married. Like, she apologized for so many different things. And I would say probably the first 20 days after the fast, she apologized at least 10 of those days. And I got to the point where I'm like, babe, you ain't got to apologize. Like, this stuff, I wasn't holding it against you. Yes, it was affecting me, but a lot of the things that she was apologizing for was ways that I felt, but I never articulated to her. But because I submitted to God, because I submitted to the fast, because I stayed the course, even when it got hard, even when it got frustrating, even when it looked like my own house was in disarray, God dealt with my wife, and she apologized to me day after day after day after day. And after it was all said and done, after the apologies finally subsided, my wife was a whole new person. When she was in her feelings or she was upset, she articulated herself in a healthy way to let me know how I was affecting her. She no longer projected her feelings onto me. I saw my wife getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, so she could read her word, so she can get into the presence of God. I watched my wife be more intentional about her love and her support from me. Like, my wife became a whole new woman. There were so many times that I realized that doing this new version of her, that I was expecting the old response, that I was expecting her to show up like she used to. And having that expectation for her to do that, when she met me with something different, like, it blew my mind. I continuously encouraged her and continuously had to tell her out loud, like, baby, you different. Baby, you handle your emotions different. I see you feel some type of way and you regulate your emotions better. The way that you've been doing self-care and sewing into yourself, the way that you have been intentional about you, I can see that same intentionality and that love towards me. Like, baby, I love that for you. I love that for us. I fasted for 40 days. And my wife changed. We was having some of the same conflict over and over and over and over again. And God took me to the scripture where the disciples went to Jesus because they tried to cast out a demon, but they couldn't cast this demon out. And so they called Jesus to come cast out the demon out of this man. And Jesus cast the demon out. And the disciples said to Jesus, why weren't we able to cast this demon out? And Jesus replied to the disciples. He said, some things only go by fasting and praying. And so he showed me that the enemy had his hooks in our marriage. The enemy had his hooks in certain ways that he was attacking my wife, in certain ways that he was attacking my mental and the viewpoint that I had against my wife. But it took that 40-day fast to break the hold, to break the chains and what he was producing in our marriage. And so I say that, and I give this testimony just for you listening, because you feel like things ain't changing, because you feel like he's still acting the same, because you feel like she just don't get it. Well, maybe you need to get your flesh off of display. Maybe you need to go fast. Maybe you need to be like Jacob and wrestle with God until he breaks the strongholds off of your marriage, until he changes your perspective so you can give your person a clean slate. The Bible says the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. And so there are a lot of us that oftentimes try to fight battles in our flesh, try to fight battles in our own strength and our own will, when the battles need to be fought in prayer, when the battles need to be fought on our knees, surrendered to the altar, so God can have the final say and so he can get the glory out of the situation.
He was only supposed to fast for 2 days. But by the time he got to the end, he was having issues with his wife at the time. And he said that God told him what was more important, giving in to her or what your goal is. So what he did, he continued to fast. And he said by the 9th day, you know, she was giving him, you know, lip and this and that, but she started to change. She started to apologize for everything. Before they got married, while they was married, she was feeling guilt. And then she started to fast. And she became a new person. And his whole marriage changed. That's what it's about. You gotta have the power within yourself to want to change. But in order to do that, you have to fast. Stop saying you're gonna do these things and you're working on yourself, but you still ain't do the basics, which is fasting. That's how you heal yourself. And so many people don't get that. So many people rather be of this world and try these diets and all this BS and just putting more stuff into your body that you don't need. It's gonna make it even harder. You're gonna give more into your flesh. This is why a lot of people break whatever they do, try to fast, or if they're trying to diet, they break off that. And then they go right back into their old habits because they was never strong-minded.
What did you say, nigga?
It was always weak, trying to take the easy way out. Think about what I'm saying. As easy as it come, it can be taken just that quick. Think about that, y'all. It's more spiritual than what we think. They didn't say Jesus walked for 30 days and 30 nights for no reason. Towards the end, who tried to persuade him and manipulate him? The devil. Try to get him at his weakest point. Don't give into your sins. Don't give into your flesh is the key, y'all. Your stomach start bubbling, you think you hungry? Fight that. It's actually working and getting that shit up out of you. Think about what I'm saying, y'all. Get that evil up out your ass. That's it. Cleanse your body. Cleanse your soul. Cleanse your spirit, y'all. Love y'all. Have a blessed, highly favored, and loved day. Be easy.